Okay, in the previous class, I was explaining about varying rate of interest. Varying rate of interest. What is varying rate of interest? If there are different rate of interest for the same principal, if the amount invested is same and rate of interest changes from period to period or after completing some years. Okay, if the rate of interest is not fixed and it is changing one or fluctuating one. If the rate of interest is not fixed, not same, if there is a changed rate of interest, then how to solve the problem relating to compound interest? How to solve the problem based on compound interest? Okay, so the varying rate of interest means the different rate of interest are applicable for a given period. For one period, for the whole period, instead of a single rate of interest, there are different rate of interest interests are applicable. Okay, then that is called as varying rate of interest. For example, R1 is the rate of interest for N1 period, for first period, and R2 is the rate of interest for the second period, N2. N1 is the first period, N2 is the second period, R1 is the first rate of interest and R2 is the second rate of interest, and R3 is the third rate of interest, and it is applicable for the third period. Like that, if there are different rates are applicable for the different period and principal is same, then how to calculate the amount and total interest? How to calculate amount and total interest? Okay, so R1, R2, R3 up to Ri are the rate of interest. Then N1, N2, N3 up to Ni are the periods. N1 is the period for first rate, N2 is the period for second rate, N3 is the rate for third rate, and so on. And if this is the given thing, then you have to modify the equation. You have to modify the equation, that is A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100. P into 1 plus R by 100 raised to N is your equation. In that place, I have taken R1 and N1. This is the first period. If you calculate the amount for the first period, okay, the first period. If you calculate the amount for the first period amount become principal for the second period. Okay, principal for the second period. Therefore, the second period interest amount equation is 1 plus R2 by 100 raised to N2. This is the equation for calculating the amount for second period. So, the total amount, this is the principal part for the first piece principal, second is amount equation for first period. And second period, this is the principal and it is amount equation. Total this amount is called as amount for the second period. Amount for the second period. And third period amount. Third period second period total amount become principal for the third period. Therefore, this is the principal for the third period. And third period amount equation is 1 plus R3 divided by 100 raised to N3. This is the amount equation. If you take the value, the total value is called as amount for the third period. Okay, amount for the third period and so on. So last period is 1 plus Ri divided by 100 raised to Ni. Ni means last period. Last period. I means last period. Okay. In this way, you have to form the equation. You form the equation and fill the values and ascertain the required factor. Required factor. Okay. So you see the solution. I will take one example on this. You see this question. What will be rupees 2,300 amount? What will rupees 2,300 amount? 2,300 is the principal. Its amount they are asked to calculate. Amount they asked to calculate. So they asked to calculate amount, and principal is 2,300. Principal is 2,300. What will rupees 2,300 amount to in 4 years? Period is total 4 years. Total period is 4 years at compound rate of interest. Compound interest. You have to calculate compound interest, and if the rate of interest is 4%, 4 integer 1/2%, 5%, and 5 integer 1/2%. There are 4 rate of interest, not a single rate. You see here 4%, 4 integer 1/2, 5, and 5 integer 1/2%. Okay, there are 4 rate of interest, and for first, second, third, and fourth year respectively. Okay, so 4% rate of interest is applicable for first year. 4% rate of interest is applicable for first year. 4 integer 1/2% is applicable for second year. 5% is applicable for third year, and 5 integer 1/2% is applicable for the last year, fourth year. Therefore, 4 years interest they asked to calculate, amount they asked to calculate. For 4 years amount, rate applicable is first year 4%, second year 4.5, third year 5%, and last year 5.5%. These are the rate of interest applicable. Then anyone tell me what is the period for the first one? For 4% rate of interest, what is the period? 4.5% rate of interest, what is the period? And 5% rate of interest, what is the period? And 5.5%, what is the rate of interest? Anyone tell me? Period. N value. Am I audible or not? If my voice is not clear, you tell me. I'll stop it because internet problems are there. Yes. The question is clear. 2,300 is the principal. They asked to calculate amount for 4 years. 4 years they asked to calculate the amount. And rate of interest applicable is 4%, 4.5%, 5%, 5.5%, first, second, third, and fourth year. Then I'm asking simply what is the N value for first one, second one, third one, fourth one rate. Anyone please on your audio and tell me.
1 year.
1 year for each. N value is 1 for all.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt? So I'll write P is 2,300. P value is 2,300. Amount is unknown. Amount is unknown. Then R1 rate of interest first 4, R2 4 integer 1/2 means 4.5, and R3 third rate of interest is 5%, and fourth rate of interest is 5 integer 1/2 means 5.5%. Then you see the N value. N1 is equal to 1, N2 is 1, N3 is 1, and N4 is also 1. That is not clear here. You remember N4 is there. N4 is also 1. Then you write the equation. Your equation is A is equal to P in the bracket 1 plus R by 100 raised to 1, 100 raised to N is your common equation. And you slightly modify that equation, that is R1 N1 first period. Okay. And second period is 1 plus R by 100 raised to N2. R2 N2 you take. And third is 1 plus R3 divided by 100 raised to N3. And fourth is 1 plus R4 R4 divided by 100 raised to N4. You write N4 and R4. I forget to change it. You take R4, N4. Rate of interest fourth, rate period for the fourth rate. Okay. This is the equation. And in between these brackets, there is a multiplication sign. Remember this. There is a multiplication sign. Okay, you fill the values. A is equal to P is 2300. 1 plus R1 is 4 divided by 100. Raised to N1 is 1. And second is 1 plus 4.5 divided by 100 raised to N2 is 1. Third is 1 plus 5 divided by 100 raised to 1. Fifth is 1 plus 5.5 divided by 100 raised to 1. Any doubt about this? So you have to write the period at the N place and rate of interest at the rate of interest place. If you simplify these brackets, A is equal to 2300, 100 plus 4 divided by 100, 100 plus 4.5 divided by 100, 100 plus 5 divided by 100, 100 plus 5.5 divided by 100, LCM. You take the LCM of those. Then next step, A is equal to 2300 in the bracket 104 by 100, 104.5 by 100, 105.5 by 100, 105.5 by 100. Okay. Raised to 1 is there, you forget that. That will not affect. Raised to 1 is neutral. Okay. Then in the next step, A is equal to 2300 into 1.4 into 1.4045 into 1.05 into 1.055. Okay. This is the next step. Anyone tell me what is the answer by your calculator? You take the calculator and multiply all the numbers and tell me the answer. You take your calculator and tell me the answer. $2,300 into 1.4 into 1.045 into 1.05 into 1.055. What is the answer?
2,768.98.
2,600.
2,768.98.
98. Okay, that is the answer. Okay, right answer. But you are not permitted to use calculator here. You have to apply the log. You have to apply the log. You apply the log and ascertain the answer. So log A is equal to log 2300 plus log 1.04 plus log 1.045 plus log 1.05 plus log 0.55. Okay. In the next step, log A is equal to 2300 characteristic is 3. Okay. 3 is the characteristic. You see in the logarithm table 23 0 column. What is the value in the 23 0 column? You see the logarithm table and tell me. 23 0 column.
3617.
3617. Then 1.04. 1.0 means 4 means 10 column, fourth natural number 10, Mantissa 4 column. It is 170, 0.0170. Next is 1.045. 1.045, you forget the decimal point and see in the logarithm table. You forget the decimal point. Number is 1045. 1045 you see in the logarithm table. 10 first column, 4 Mantissa, 5 mean difference. What is the answer? Is it 0.0191? And next is 1.05, 10 5 column, 10 fifth column, 0.0212. And next is 10 5 mean difference 5. This is 0.0233. Okay. If you take the total of this, it is 3.4423. 4423. So A is equal to antilog of 3.4423. Okay, you see the antilog table. 44 natural number, 0.44. 0.44 in the natural number, 2 in the Mantissa, 3 in the mean difference. What is the answer? Point 44 natural number column, 2 second column in the Mantissa, and 3 in the mean difference.
Twenty-seven 69.
2769. 2769 is number, then characteristic is 3, and you give decimal point after 4 digit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 2769 is the answer. Is it near to your answer already calculated or not?
Yes.
Okay. In this way, you have to calculate the interest under varying rate of interest. Varying rate of interest. Okay. You take care about rate applicable and period related to that. That is the important. You make mistake only in case of fixing the period. Rate of interest they will give, but you fails to fix the period for the concerned rate of interest. That is the problem for you people. Therefore, you be careful while taking the n value. Okay. You see the second example. What sum? They asked to calculate sum. Sum means principal. Remember this. Sum means principal. What sum will amount rupees 2816.8 in 3 years at compound interest? At compound interest. They asked to calculate the amount principal for the amount 2816.81 in 3 years. Period is 3 years. Then rate of interest for first, second and third years being 10, 5 and 4% respectively. They asked to calculate principal. Period is 3 years. Total period is 3 years. Total period is 3 years. But rate of interest applicable is 10 for the first year, 5 for the second year, and 4 for the third year. Okay. Now you see this. P is equal to question mark. That P is not given in the problem. P value is not given in the problem. They asked to calculate P, sum. Then next is A is given 2816.81. Then R1 is equal to 10, R2 is equal to 5, R3 is equal to 4. This is the rate of interest. First rate, second rate, third rate. There are 3 rates. Then you have to take 3 periods. What is the period for the first rate? What is the period for the second rate? What is the period for the third rate? You have to consider the period very carefully. First period is 1, second period is also 1, third period is also 1. N1 is equal to 1, N2 is equal to 1, N3 is equal to 1. 1 year period is there for each. So total is 3. After writing N1, N2, N3, you take the total. That total must be equal to given period. Remember this point. One clue I am giving here for you people. After writing the N, N1, N2, N3 values, you take the total of N. The total of N must equal to a given period. ಈ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ N1 1 ಬರ್ದೇನಿ, N2 1 ಬರ್ದೇನಿ, N3 1 ಬರ್ದೇನಿ. ಇವು ಮೂರು ಕೂಡಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗತ್ತೆ? 1 3 ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. 1 1 1 ಟೋಟಲ್ 3. ನಿಮ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಎಷ್ಟೈತಿ? 3 ಐತಿ. ಈ 3 ಟ್ಯಾಲಿ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಏನೋ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Okay. So you write the equation A is equal to P in the bracket 1 R1 by 100 raised to N1, 1 plus R2 divided by 100 raised to N2, 1 plus R3 divided by 100 raised to N3. Okay. Then A is equal to, A value is 2816.81. A value is 2816.81 is there. Then P is P. 1 plus R1 is 10 divided by 100 raised to 1. N1 period is 1. Second bracket value is 1 plus 5 divided by 100 raised to 1. Third bracket value is 1 plus 4 by 100 raised to 1. 3 periods are there, 3 rates are there. This is the equation. Then simplify it. P in the bracket 100 plus 10 divided by 100. 100 plus 5 divided by 100. 100 plus 4 by 100. 110 divided by 100. 105 divided by 100. 104 divided by 100. In all the brackets, 1 is the power value. 1 is the power value. You leave that. Okay. Then you see this. Probability of P is P 1.1. That is 1.10 you take in your calculator. This is 1.1. In your calculator, it is 1.1. Okay. Then second is 1.05. 1.05. Then third is 1.04. Okay. Then if you multiply these three and divide by divide to the 2816.81, you will get the answer. You will get the answer without applying the logarithm. Without applying the logarithm, you can ascertain the answer. In the third step, you multiply the three brackets and take the product to the left hand side. It goes to denominator point. In the denominator point, you you divide, you will get the direct answer, no problem. But in commercial arithmetic, you have to apply the log. If you apply the log 2816.81 is equal to P log, log P plus log 1.10 plus log 1.05 plus log 1.04, because multiplication sign is there between these brackets and P. Multiplication sign is there, therefore you have to give plus sign. You give the plus sign. Then you see the logarithm table. In the logarithm table, if you see the logarithm table, characteristic of this number is 3. 4-digit number is there. So characteristic is 3. And in the logarithm table, 28, 1, 7th mean difference column. 28 is the natural number. 1 is the Mantissa. You see 7th column in the mean difference. You see the 7th column in the mean difference. Its value is 4498. Check this number. If this number is different, and you tell me. 4498 or not. First 4 digits cover in the logarithm table. First 4 digit covers in the logarithm table. Therefore, you take this number as 2817, not 16. 2817 you take and see in the logarithm table.
Yes.
It is correct. Is equal to log P is log P. Log P is log P plus log 1.10. 1.10 means you have to see, you forget the decimal point, then number is 110. 110 you see in the L10. L10 value is 0.0414 plus 1.05 log value is 0.0212 plus 0.0170. Okay. The next is in the next step you take the total. 3.4498 is equal to log P plus 0.0796, total of the three. 0.414, 212, 170 total. Log P plus 0.0796 is there. So you take this this value. You take this plus point to the left hand side. Then it will become minus. Okay, this will become minus. Therefore, 3.4498 minus 0.0796 is equal to log P. Okay, log P. So log P is equal to 3.3702. 3.3702. Then you have to apply the logarithm NT-log table. Because of space problem, I am unable to solve the problem after this stage. I am unable to show the details after this stage. Please you see the anti-log table and tell me the answer. What is the answer? 3702. 0.37 column, 0 column in the Mentisa. Mean difference 2. What is the answer? Next step is P is equal to anti-log of. P is equal to anti-log of 3.3702. Therefore, P is equal to 2345. 2345. Principal value is 2345. Check this answer. I forget to write the anti-log and steps. You make the correct steps in this problem. And this is enough for today. And I already uploaded the questions. You try to solve the remaining problems if you are having the free time. I solved 2 questions from the exercise. Some more questions are there in the exercise. I think exercise A 4 or 5. You go through that exercise and solve them. And in the next class, I will solve some more examples based on this. Okay. Thank you.